I'm Dave Kranick, I'm the Township Manager, and on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, and in particular our Board Chair Greg Wax, who is on his way from an appointment, he will be here shortly. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome everyone to today's ribbon cutting, dedicating this wonderful mural for all in Upper Merion Township and all our visitors to enjoy and note as they pass through our community. At this time, I'd ask Mark Shepard to lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, everyone. Could we first start with a moment of silence for the deceased members of the Kunda family, including Ted Kunda, who's the mural artist, and all those who have given their lives in service to the country. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for you all being here today. I'd like to introduce some of the guests that are here. We have Dave Kranick, who opened up this ceremony, our township manager. Our township assistant manager, Judy Vicchio, who is here also in her role as chair of the Upper Merion Tricentennial Committee. I see in the audience here representatives from Senator Dalen Leach's office and from Representative Tim Briggs's office. Judge Marushak is here, another elected official. And I would like to also notice that Skip Kunda is here and many members of his family, which is the reason that we are here today. I didn't want to forget anything, so you'll have to pardon me while I regard my notes to do this. It's appropriate that we're here on a November morning, the month that we honor all of our military veterans, from the Continental Army, the soldiers in George Washington's army depicted here in this mural, to the men and women who, through 3 centuries, have fought to preserve our liberty, up to and including all those serving today in the various armed services throughout the world and in Iraq and Afghanistan. We are here today to officially welcome back this piece of our local history as the capstone of our year-long tricentennial celebration. This mural first appeared on the Louderbeck building along the Pennsylvania Turnpike as part of our township's U.S. bicentennial celebration in 1976. It then spent a couple of years at Philadelphia Airport in the International Arrivals building. It then languished after that in storage for 35 years until I tracked it down last year using Google to the Kunda Beverage Warehouse. I connected with Skip Kunda, nephew of the artist Ted Kunda, and we began a year-long effort to find a place for it, to raise money, and to have it installed. This mural would not be here except for the hard work, talent, and generosity of many people and organizations who all form a part of this story. First, there's William Trigo, and there's a book about this artist. He's a local Montgomery County disabled artist who painted the original painting on which this mural is based. It was called George Washington Reviewing the Troops at Valley Forge, and I don't need to remind you where Valley Forge is. This mural is based on that original painting, and it can be seen today at Valley Forge Park Visitor Center. It's on indefinite loan from the American Revolution Center. Next, I have to thank, it's my pleasure to thank Ted Kunda, the late owner of Kunda Sign Company, who had the crazy idea to paint this gigantic mural. At the time, in 1976, it was reputed to be the largest outdoor mural in the world. His nephew, Skip Kunda, who's here today, will tell you more about him in a moment. Thank you then also to Skip Kunda for working with me and Eileen Rodrigue to bring this plan to fruition. Thanks to the Kunda family for so generously sharing their family treasure with the township. I also would like to thank Jane Hill Golas, Skip Kunda's sister-in-law, who's very talented and who painted the 3 missing panels that had been lost when the International Arrivals building in Philadelphia Airport was demolished. Last but certainly not least are the many local organizations and individuals without whose generous monetary support and in-kind contributions this effort could not have succeeded. Home Depot on South Gulf Road and Fastenal Incorporated on Crooked Lane, we thank you for the materials needed to hang this mural. Sherwin-Williams Paint, who donated the paint and the expertise to match the colors of the mural. Their paints, the MAB paints, were used for the original mural and have lasted all these years. One current employee of Sherwin-Williams, Bill Conway, was involved in the 1976 project of the mural, and he was an enthusiastic supporter. We thank Colonial Electric for their generosity in allowing us to install the mural here and for donating the nighttime lighting, which is up and running and will be on all night long from here out. I'd like to make a special thank you to Jay Belwar, who is here today, who is one of the owners of the building, and to Carlo Graffio, who helped us immeasurably in getting this done. Thanks also to Conestoga Renovations and Devon Remodeling for their installation services, to Graber Letterin for signage, and finally, for financial support from Fox Rothschild, the Upper Merion VCA, Merit Service Solutions, and Sustainable Waste Solutions. I'd also like to give a shout out to Steve Chubin of Steve Sowenback, who was so enthusiastic from the start and who gave us many ideas and who worked on the original mural project also in 1976. And last, if anyone has noticed Captain Continental in the background here, thank you to Shirley Griffith and to Tom Kilpatrick for making that possible from Continental Bank. And now I'd like to turn the microphone over to Skip Kunda, who will tell you some more about his family and the mural. Thank you.
Again, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out today. My name is Skip Kunda. As you know, I'm Ted's nephew and also his godson. I see that a few of us here today. I've also attended the first dedication ceremony in 1976, and I wanted to especially welcome you to be here again for what amounts to the 3rd dedication of the mural. After somewhat more than 25 years in storage, the mural is again on display, but only because of the wonderful interest and considerable support of the Upper Merion community. The Kunda family has had the pleasure and the honor of being part of the fabric of this community for nearly 100 years. Uncle Ted himself was born here in Swedesburg in 1920. Today, as you have heard, we have a number of Kundas here that were also present at the original dedication.
Earlier, I was trying to that didn't go so well.
I'm not good at shouting, but oh, there we go. Earlier this year, Chris and I, my nephew, were very pleasantly surprised to be asked about the whereabouts of the mural, which was lying in wait, so to speak, at Kunda Bev. At long last, we are glad to share our mural with everyone in Upper Merion Township on the special occasion of the 300th anniversary. Here are a few interesting facts about the creation of the mural, not mentioned in the press release that you may have seen. We believe Uncle Ted was able to borrow the original 1883 painting and have a photo print made in the same size, which the original painting is 40 inches by 72 inches. Using vellum paper, he traced the images in pencil by hand and then used a projector to transfer his outlines onto his plywood canvas. This time on the grand scale of this very large mural. Everything else about this mural was done by eye and by hand. And in this, all in the days before personal scanners, digital photography, Photoshop, etc. In 1975, and I believe in part in 1976, my uncle painted this mural in the present Kundesign building over the course of several months. No helpers, no assistants. He was about 56, 55 at the time. He wanted to do it all himself. It is his personal tribute to the story of Valley Forge, to the skill and talent of the original artist, William Trago, and to the U.S. Bicentennial. This year, my sister-in-law, Jane Hill Golis, recreated the 3 damaged panels that had been lost after the mural had been taken down, as you've heard earlier from Carol. And it's a difficult task, but I think she did a wonderful job. As we dedicate this latest display of the mural here on the Colonial Electric Building, I am reminded that in keeping with the task of preserving the past, we must find a more permanent indoor home for the mural, perhaps by 2015. I ask everyone here today for your help to find a weatherproof location by that time. Finally, I want to thank personally Carol Kenny for her constant support, her unwavering encouragement throughout this project. The mural would still be in storage without her determined efforts. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you love it as much as we do. I think since I still have the microphone now, I think we're going to do the ribbon cutting. And we need the ribbon. Where's our ribbon?
I think it's in the box back there.
And all the kundas could come up. Let me, I'll hold the tweezers, but you guys should come up.